Welcome to Unlocking Understanding 10 Tips for Storybox Success with your host, me, Storybox Lady. Hello. Do you have your book with you so you can do this with me together? I'm reading A Wrinkle in Time. We are on tip number 4, content clues. Sometimes we are going about reading when all of a sudden we come across a word or a phrase we don't understand. I want to encourage you to look at the sentence or the page content clues before going to the dictionary. But most of the time you can get a general idea what the word or the phrase means. If you aren't sure, write it down in your study notebook and then look it up in the dictionary. Remember, some words or phrases can have 2 or more meanings. Content clues can help you understand which meaning is being used. Here's an example of a context clue. In A Wrinkle of Time, on page 175, I came across this. It's talking about the systole and diastole of her heart. And let's say I didn't understand that. And I can read that paragraph again. So let me read you the paragraph. For everywhere she looked, everywhere she turned was a rhythm. And as it continued to control the systole and diastole of her heart, the intake and outlet of her breath, the red miasma began to creep before her eyes again, and she was afraid that she was going to lose consciousness. I can find the context clues in this paragraph and on this page. The clues are talking about a beating heart on the table. That's later on at the beginning of the page. A rhythm sound that she can hear and that she can feel. And she feels her own rhythm in her own heartbeat and her breathing. And she's fighting off losing consciousness. So I'm no doctor, but I do understand from prior knowledge, another tip that we talked about, that my doctor checks my heart rate if I'm getting enough beats per minute. He checks my blood pressure using a special machine to check my pressure. He talks about using the terms of systolic and diastolic and make sure that those numbers are happy and healthy. So looking at this paragraph again, I can see the phrase, it continued to control her heart. This thing is trying to control her heartbeat and her mind, and she's trying to fight as hard as she can to not lose consciousness. So there you go. Give this tip some practice and some patience, and in time you'll be able to understand what you've read by just using the content clues in the paragraph and the page and the whole story of what it's about. Next, please follow me for more tips. We'll be talking about tip number 5, setting. Bye.